Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being at the channel today. And for those of you that have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And if you enjoy the content, you find the content beneficial, please hit that like button below. Now, our topic for you today are killer action steps to improve self-confidence. The question gets asked all the time, what comes first, confidence or success? Confidence or success? And, we've got to have success to build that confidence up. But boy, it's hard to have a lot of success without that confidence. So let's talk about some things here. We've got 21 thoughts here for you on things that you can do to improve your self-confidence. So if you're just getting started as an owner, maybe as a manager, certainly as a new salesperson, this is a common thing we go through. Let's take a look at this. Or even if you're a veteran that maybe has struggled a little bit, we need some help on getting that confidence back up. Let's take a look and see what we have here. So number one, dress for success. Look your best. Always look your best. Make sure you're working out. Goodness, the industry that you're in, we hope you're doing that, right? But always look your best. If you're going to meet a corporate client, dress like you're meeting a corporate client. Have your shirt tucked in. Make sure your shoes are clean, whatever it might be. But always look your best. Dress for success. You're trying to impress, okay? What's the old saying? You want to dress for the job you want to have, not for the one that you have. So, keep that in mind. But there's a certain confidence that goes with, dressing for success. Number two, think positive. Think positive thoughts. It's interesting in life how our thoughts become actions. Our thoughts become actions. And what we want to do is we want to feed ourselves with positive. And I would even suggest, whether it's, what you're watching on TV, listening to on the radio, on the internet, who you're associating with, make sure you're getting positive, fed back into you. Number three on our list, you want to kill negative thoughts. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of the negative thoughts. If you find yourself start talking about why things are bad, why things are tough, why you're the victim, let's kill that kind of talk. Let's get rid of that. And some of this may take a little work, if these are things that are kind of ingrained and you find yourself doing a little bit, and they take some time, but let's really work on that. Number four, get to know yourself. What is it you want? What is it you want? What is it you're looking for here? What is your powerful why? Okay. I remember when I was in sales and as a manager, as an owner, that why, that what I was striving for, that's what drove me. Still does. Okay. But know yourself. Know why you're doing this. Know why it's important. If you accomplish this, how's this going to change your life? Number five, act positive. Regardless, act positive. Be that good influence on others. Act positive. Sometimes we have to fight that. Is it Dale Carnegie? Act enthusiastic and be enthusiastic. Fake it till you make it. All those kind of things. But act positive. Get in the habit of this kind of behavior because you can train yourself to do this. Okay. Number six, be kind and generous. Be kind and generous. Be generous where you can. Be kind. Okay. Have empathy. Have understanding. Okay. You'll find it starts to change how you look at things. Okay. Because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build self-confidence. Be kind to folks. Online, certainly. No negative comments. Okay. When you're looking at what other people are doing. Be kind. Be generous. Get prepared. Be prepared for what you're trying to do. All this information, okay, if you're in sales, are you prepared? Are you truly prepared? Okay, if you're in management, are you prepared? Like I remember as a manager, I was always, reading books or talking to other people or doing whatever I could, and the information that I would gather, that would be the notes for my managers meeting that next Monday. I was preparing in that manner. Okay, so get prepared. Okay, know your principles and live by them. Know your principles and live by them. Best thing I can tell you, do the right thing when nobody's watching. Okay, and live by it. Just because the boss isn't around doesn't mean you don't make the calls. It doesn't mean you throw in an extra discount, even though that's not on the rate sheet. Okay, know your principles and live by them. Do the right thing when nobody's watching. Speak slowly. Sometimes when we start talking really fast, sometimes we do that because we want to just keep talking because we don't want to give them a chance to start asking some questions. But speak slowly, speak confidently, and give your customer and whoever you're talking to the information they need, to make the decision that's going to help benefit them and solve their problems. Increase your competence. This gets back to getting prepared a little bit, but become more competent at this on how you answer the phone. Do you know your sales process? Do you know your follow-up process? How to overcome objections? Increase your competence. Work at this. For you folks that have been around me for a while, and we've been through a lot of training. When I first started, I would stand in front of the mirror every single night when I'd get home, and I'd practice this and practice this and practice this. And my whole mindset was, not I'm going to close more sales. No matter what somebody says, they'll never stump me. They'll never stump me because I'm going to know this that well. That's kind of really what my mindset was. And so increase your competency level. Set a small goal and then achieve it. Set some small goals. Particularly if your confidence is struggling, they don't have to be these monster goals. Set some small goals and then work to achieve it. Put that in your plan of action. Set some small goals, work to achieve it. Change a small habit. What's a small habit that you have that you could change? Maybe you get to work right on time every day. Maybe you want to change that habit and you want to get there 15 minutes early. What would happen to your production level if you got to your job 15 minutes early every single day? 15 minutes times 5 days, times, for 1 week and then 4.2 weeks, 15 minutes. What would that mean in terms of more follow-up? Okay, so, change a small habit. See what kind of difference it makes. Focus on solutions. This is a big one that I find is a problem for many people. There's very much a tendency to identify over and over and over what is wrong, to what is not working and how bad things are. You know what? Everybody knows all this stuff. Okay? Focus on what the solutions are. This is a real difference maker. Focus on what's the solution. That's really what we do. It's really what selling is. It's solving problems for folks and providing solutions. Focus on the solutions. Next, do some volunteer work. Volunteer. You might volunteer to, do first workouts if you're qualified. Maybe you can do that. Okay? But, volunteer. Okay? We're trying to build up self-confidence. Go out and volunteer. Go out and help somebody else. Be grateful. Make a list of everything you're grateful for, because there's very much a tendency to focus on all the bad. I start off many meetings, with folks in terms of, I'll ask them what's working well, what's not. And the what's working well, I'll get about, this much. What's not working, I'll get a, monster list. And it's not really accurate. There's much more good than there is not good. Let's get in the habit of being grateful. Let's get in the habit of recognizing all the good that's within this situation and within what you're doing in general. Okay, we're trying to build our self-confidence. Work out, exercise. It's funny I had to even say that. Talking to folks who are in the fitness business, man, make sure you're using your product. Make sure you're using your product. Make sure you're working out on a regular basis. You don't have to be the most fit person in the world, but you do have to be using it and being involved with it, because everything we say is true. People that work out, they look better, they feel better, they have more energy, they have more self-confidence. All these things that we try to show our customers and corporate clients, it's all true. Make sure that we're doing it ourselves. Okay? Empower yourself with knowledge. You want to have a continual just a search for knowledge. You're trying to learn more. I've said this many times, when the days when I was an owner, I got to know owners all across the United States. I'd call them up, we'd talk. I'd even fly out and spend a week with them sometimes and have them train me. Okay? If someone's doing something particularly well, I'm trying to understand it, How are you doing it? Why is it working? And how can I bring this back and put it in my operation? Okay. And I did that at many levels, and eventually I had people doing that with me. They were flying in, well, Jim, how are you doing this? How'd you get that many sales? How are you keeping your cost per sale so low? What's your process for this? How do you control that? How'd you eliminate your turnover on staff? Well, how I did it is I learned from other people. I took it back and did it. Now people were trying to learn from me. But same thing as a salesperson. I was constantly trying to learn more. How do you ask for the sale in different ways? What are different ways to do it? What are different ways to get referrals? Okay, but empower yourself with knowledge. Next on our list, do something that you've been procrastinating. What have you been putting off? Okay, right now, whatever it is, when this video is over, do it. Okay, take care of it. Scratch it off your list. Get it done. Do something that you've been procrastinating. Number 19 on our list, get active. Okay, you know what's interesting, when we get involved with clubs that are we're trying to get them turned around, right? We first get in there. You know, in many cases, one of the first things we do, we'll start rearranging everything. We'll rearrange all the furniture. We'll rearrange the equipment. We'll change everything. Pictures on the wall. And the reason we do, I want people busy. I want them active. So now when the phone rings, when a person walks in, man, they're busy. They're active. They're not sitting around, in a manner of speaking, and worrying business right out the door. Okay, so get active. Number 20, work on small things. Don't be these big old monster projects. We're trying to build self-confidence. Let's build it up. You know, gradually work on small things. You know, whether it be in your process, whether it be in your daily activities, but, you know, work on small things. And then lastly, clean your desk. Okay, you know, clean your front counter, clean your desk. You know, make your bed. Okay, you know, there's a certain sense of accomplishment that comes with when you do that with most folks. Keep your desk clean, keep it organized. Hey, look like you're here to do business. So take a look at these. That should be 21, I think, according to my list here. That's 21 we put down for you. Of things that you can do, some really killer action steps that can help you develop self-confidence. Because if you're struggling with this, and I'll tell you, it's nothing unusual. If you see sales, they're not where you want, you can almost bet that where our self-esteem is suffering, our self-confidence is suffering at some level. This is not unusual, okay? So take a look at this. What are some things that you can do? There might be one thing on there. You can do that one thing starting now, and that just turns things right around for you. Maybe it's a couple things. Maybe it's just getting into some good habits. But take a look at it. It'll make a difference for you. You know, we're heading into a busy time of the year, some great opportunities for everybody in the fitness industry. Make sure we're really taking advantage of it and not simply handling folks that are interested. Folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. If you find the information helpful and beneficial, please consider hitting that like button. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you real soon.